Hey guys, Dean Blandino from Fox Sports, and just wanted to catch up on the NFL rules change process. Where are they right now? So on May 19th, the league will get together a virtual meeting, one member from every club, and they will vote on all of the rules change proposals. Okay, this is different, obviously, with what's going on in the world in the extraordinary circumstances. Normally, the league has its annual meeting in March. There's 2 representatives from every club. They're in the room. They vote. There's discussion. This year, they're going to do it a little bit differently, virtually. There probably won't be a lot of discussion, and that's why there hasn't been a big push to change a lot of rules this year. And I think that's a good thing, especially with what's going on. Whenever you change rules, you have to reteach players, coaches, officials. Everybody has to adjust to try to get to the most consistent outcome. So what are the changes that we're going to vote on in May? So the first change would make the 1-year change last year involving replay, not the one you're thinking, but the one that made all tries automatically reviewable, whether they were good or not, and any scoring player turnover that was negated by a penalty. So that will go in permanently, no longer just a 1-year change. The other rule proposal that'll get voted on that will probably pass is when the offense takes successive dead ball fouls to take time off the clock. We saw it last year with New England and Tennessee. A couple of other teams tried it. So this year, this change will prevent a team from taking multiple, either a delay of game and a false start, something like that, where they can take time off the clock outside of 5 minutes of the fourth quarter. Okay, what else will be voted on? Philadelphia has proposed an alternative to the onside kick. This would allow a team twice in a game to take the option, instead of an onside kick, get the ball one play from the 25-yard line, basically a 4th and 15. And if they convert, they would keep the ball, similar to securing possession of an onside kick. So that will be voted on. Another change that will be voted on related to player safety, and this one will pass, is that kick and punt returners will get added protection under the defenseless player rule. In the past, a kick or punt returner lost those protections once they secured control of the kick. Now, they will get that protection until they clearly have the ability to protect themselves, clearly become a runner, and have the ability to avoid or ward off that contact, similar to a receiver attempting to secure possession of a pass. So that's player safety, and that will change. One thing that won't be voted on, which was a big point of contention all year, pass interference review. Remember, this went in for the 2019 season as a 1-year rule. It went in with unanimous support from the competition committee, and it went in at a 31-1 vote by the league membership. That is very strong support for this rule going into the season. But we all saw that subjective calls, it's much harder to review those because you're not dealing with something objective like the ball touching the ground or the foot touching the sideline. It's subjective. How much contact is enough to restrict the opponent? And we saw that rule not work. And I'll just tell you, in my experience, and I've been a part of the NFL since 1994, I have never seen a rule change go in for 1 year and then get eliminated after that, especially one with this type of support and the push it had going into the offseason. And it just illustrates how hard it is to implement a rule like this when you're talking about one play that really drove the discussion, and you have to vet it out, and we saw all of the unintended consequences play out over the course of the season. So PI review is no longer with us. Let's have a moment of silence. 2 other proposals that were tabled and will not be voted on, both put forth by the Chargers and the Ravens, and these will involve a sky judge type concept. One was a booth umpire that could help the crew and use video to assist in certain areas. The other was called a senior technology advisor to the referee. STAR is the acronym, and they would be able to get involved in certain administrative issues, get involved in certain player safety fouls, and basically act like a sky judge. The league wants to further study this, but they're not going to vote on these in May. This will be tabled. So it looks like we are going into the 2020 season with no PI review and no sky judge. So we're basically back to 2018. So we'll see how that plays out. Those are the rules change proposals. We'll see what happens on May 19th. and make sure you check back with us on foxsports.com for any updates.
For the best NFL coverage anywhere on the internet, follow NFL on Fox, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube.